The year is 2025. Donald Trump is back in the Oval Office. His return has ushered in a new era for diversity, equity, and inclusion in America, one marked by skepticism and a decisive shift in policy. The administration has made its stance on DEI abundantly clear. It's on the chopping block. Fueling this policy shift is the administration's argument that many DEI initiatives are inherently discriminatory. They contend that programs designed to uplift historically marginalized groups often result in reverse discrimination, putting white Americans at a disadvantage. This argument has resonated with a segment of the population who feel that the pendulum of social justice has swung too far. The administration has wasted no time in translating its rhetoric into action. The Department of Education, now under new leadership, has issued stark warnings to public schools across the nation. Schools implementing DEI programs are facing the very real threat of losing crucial federal funding, including Title I funds earmarked for the education of economically disadvantaged students. This aggressive approach has sent shockwaves through the education system and beyond. Corporations, long intertwined with the education pipeline, are feeling the ripple effects. The message is clear. The Trump administration views DEI as a threat, and it's prepared to use its power to dismantle it. The pressure from the Trump administration has left corporate America grappling with a complex dilemma. On one hand, many companies have spent years building and promoting their DEI programs, investing significant resources in creating a more diverse and inclusive workforce. On the other hand, the threat of government sanctions, particularly the potential loss of federal funding or facing legal repercussions, is a risk many corporations are unwilling to take. The result is a corporate landscape defined by cautious retreat. Some of the biggest names in American business, companies like Amazon, Target, and McDonald's, have quietly rolled back their DEI programs. Others, like United Health Group, have opted for a more subtle approach, swapping out terms like diversity and inclusion for softer language such as culture of belonging. These linguistic shifts, while seemingly minor, reflect a deeper tension within corporate boardrooms. They highlight the struggle to reconcile a commitment to DEI with the new realities of a Trump presidency. The fear of being seen as overly political or alienating a portion of their customer base has pushed some companies to adopt a more muted approach to DEI. This trend, however, is far from universal. A significant number of companies are choosing to stand their ground, refusing to abandon their DEI commitments despite the changing political winds. These companies see DEI not just as a moral imperative but as a business necessity, crucial for attracting top talent, fostering innovation, and remaining competitive in a global market. The impact of Trump's DEI policy shift reverberates far beyond American borders, creating ripples in the global business landscape. As American corporations adjust their strategies at home, they are facing pushback from their international counterparts, particularly in Europe. Many European countries, including France, Belgium, Denmark, Italy, and Spain, have long embraced policies promoting diversity and inclusion. These nations view the Trump administration's stance with skepticism, if not outright disapproval. The European Union in particular has strict laws prohibiting discrimination based on race, religion, gender, or sexual orientation, making it difficult for American companies operating within the EU to roll back DEI programs without facing legal challenges. This divergence in social and legal norms has created a complex web for multinational corporations to navigate. Companies accustomed to operating with a degree of uniformity across their global branches are now grappling with the reality of a world divided on DEI. The pressure to comply with both American and European regulations is forcing companies to reassess their strategies and, in some cases, adopt different approaches in different regions. This international pushback underscores the evolving global understanding of DEI. While the Trump administration may view DEI as a threat, many nations see it as a fundamental aspect of a just and equitable society, one that fosters economic growth and social progress. This clash of ideologies highlights the growing pains of a globalized world grappling with complex social issues. While many corporations have chosen to scale back or modify their DEI programs in the face of political pressure, a contingent of companies is holding firm, refusing to waver in their commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. These companies, including industry giants like Costco, Apple, Delta, Cisco, Deutsche Bank, and the NFL, view DEI as a core value, intrinsically linked to their corporate identity and long-term success. Their resolve stems from a belief that DEI is not merely a box to be ticked, but a fundamental aspect of good business practice. They argue that a diverse workforce, reflective of the diverse customer base they serve, is crucial for fostering innovation, attracting top talent, and remaining competitive in a globalized market. Moreover, they recognize the moral imperative of creating a workplace free from discrimination, where everyone has an equal opportunity to succeed. These companies are putting their money where their mouth is, continuing to invest in DEI programs and initiatives. They are partnering with organizations that promote diversity, sponsoring mentorship programs for underrepresented groups, and implementing bias training for their employees. They see these investments as crucial for building a strong and sustainable future for their businesses and for society as a whole. The decision to maintain their DEI commitments is not without its risks. These companies face potential backlash from consumers who disagree with their stance and the possibility of attracting the ire of the Trump administration. However, they are betting on the long game, believing that their commitment to DEI will ultimately prove to be a sound business decision and a testament to their corporate values.